Welcome to the Inner Champions podcast. Would you like to promote your business so the world can find you? Or would you like to become a sponsor of the podcast? If so, please contact us on Instagram at Inner Champions Podcast. Lastly, follow our current sponsor at The Real Talk with Jordyn.
The Inner Champions podcast is sponsored by the Real Talk with Jordyn podcast. Please check out all her social media platforms. They will be listed in the description. Please give her a follow. Please go show her some dedication and some support. And I hope you guys enjoy today's bonus episode. Thanks for listening. I appreciate you. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to the Inner Champions podcast. This is a bonus episode. It is currently Tuesday, September 2nd, and this is going to get released on Saturday. And we are here to discuss Service Dog Awareness Month. Now, I know there is millions of people, jillions of people with service dogs. And in those billions and bajillions of people with service dogs, a good percentage of them, not all, but a good percentage of them are actual working service dogs. And I'm here just to shine some light, bring awareness to, yes, I have had service dogs. Yes, I currently have a service dog. This is my second service dog that I've owned and purchased myself, trained myself, with the help of a, licensed trainer, certifications all the way across the board, extremely helpful, and can define what I need for a service dog. And I just wanted to come on here and address the fact that service dogs are needed. Service dogs are a great tool. Service dogs are great, quote unquote, protection animals, things of those natures. But all dogs or, bigger dogs have that typical instinct. So let's not blow this out of character. The only reason I have a service dog is not for protection. It actually does do 2 or 3 different separate tasks for me that I need on a regular basis. I won't go into those. I don't feel the need that I need to describe what those are. For those of you that want to know, you can message me privately. You can email me. And, if you want to talk service dogs and what they do and how they help you, we can talk about that all day long. I don't have a problem sharing that message or sharing that thought process with you. I just wanted to come on here today and let you know that service dogs are important for a multitude of reasons, mental, physical, or, anything else that I might be missing. And just remember, to those of you that, quote unquote, possibly could be abusing the system, you are hindering the fact that some of these businesses still don't understand and apply by the ADA law. And for those of you individuals that claim that your quote-unquote service dog is a service dog, you are the ones getting in the way of... And some of you might sit there and go, why do you say that? I say this because I've physically seen quote-unquote people or quote-unquote service dogs that say that they're service dogs, but they don't do the most important thing that it says in the ADA laws. What task does your service dog perform? 75% of the dogs that I've seen that quote unquote say they are service dogs and they have a proper service dog handler, they do not perform a specific task. And in my opinion, they get in the way of the ones that actually perform tasks, actually need to be there for their handler. This is a life-saving tool. I don't even know the percentage of, medical service dogs, the ones that alert for high blood pressure, the ones that alert for low blood pressure, everything in between, cardiac arrest, stuff like that. These dogs are smart. I've seen these dogs be trained. I've trained 2 of the dogs myself because, unfortunately, with, these disabilities or these challenges, there is places where you can get put on a waiting list, but unfortunately, those are too overpopulated for a lot of people. And, 89% or however many percent that you want to talk about, the insurances don't cover. They don't even want to board you and put you up to a camp for 2 weeks for you and your service dog to train and get better with each other. So, the point of my message is, yes, service dogs are important. Yes, they should have a month of awareness or notability, and you should treat them as such. They are not just a pet. So many people have told me, oh, well, you just bring your pet just to bring your pet. No, these, ladies and gentlemen, are a tool. They are meant for a tool. You utilize them as a tool. They are a part of you, and that is why they can go everywhere with you in every public setting except for the emergency room of a hospital. That is the only place they cannot go because they can't wear the, sterile gear. They can't really be sterile and, clean them right before a procedure. And that is the only place they are not allowed. They can go on federal trains. They can go on the Metrolink. They can go to Disneyland, anywhere where as a public person has access. And this is something that I want to bring light to. Your service dog doesn't need special paperwork. Your service dog doesn't need special licensing. Your service dog does not need to wear a service dog vest. And another thing I wanted to bring a lot of light to is your service dog does not need to wear a leash unless they are performing a specific task for you. That task could be anything. That task could be orbiting. That task could be going to the other side of the room and picking something up for you, or the leash might interfere and get in the way. That task might be when you tell your service dog to guard, it gets between your legs and watches the people behind you, whatever the case may be, however you train these dogs. I'm going to make it very clear. I don't know how many times people say, oh, put your dog on a leash because of this, because of that. When my dog has the proper gear on, if and when it needs the proper gear, and like I said before, it doesn't need to wear a vest. I could take my service dog in the store without a vest, and it is not against the law. I could take my service dog into a public pool, and it is not against the law. Because why? I have public access to said public pool. So my dog can go, or my service dog, can go in said public pool. That's how this works. If you think I'm lying, look up the ADA laws. I'm very well rounded. I've studied them. I do everything that I have to obey and abide by certain rules and laws. So my message is for a rounded of people. Yes, we are here to discuss and support service dogs. We are here to, help bring awareness. But I wanted to bring awareness on some key points. Why service dogs are important. Where can service dogs go? What are service dogs capable? If you guys like these type of bonus episodes on more disability awareness or challenge awareness episodes, please jump in my comments on Instagram at Inner Champions Podcast. Please jump in my DMs on Instagram. Let me know. Let's continue to spread awareness. For those of you that might be listening on other social media platforms, please jump in my DMs and let me know. We'll talk about it. I'll have people on the show. If there's an expert out there listening, let's talk about it. Let's banter back and forth a little bit. Let's do what we do. And that's the joys of this podcast, is not only are we bringing motivation, are we bringing championship mindset, are we, structuring it on, how to be a champion all the time. We are bringing awareness to important topics that don't get talked about enough, topics that don't get enough research behind, topics that don't, get described to these business owners. This is all very important. It's important for schools. It's important for certain organizations, certain programs. There's not enough awareness about these important things. I heard somebody talking about it the other day, from a spinal cord injury or something like that, being completely quote unquote normal to having to have implications has really changed their impact on their life, because they never thought, it would be that hard. They always thought we had it easy or those things. And now they're getting faced with the fact of life, a fact of reality, a fact of, hey, life has changed for me forever. And it's that constant grueling, oh my gosh, is this ever going to get better? Is this ever going to cure? Some of you, yes, your situations might cure. They might, be more level-headed at some point and be okay. But, the other 85% of us never change, never get better. You got to learn how to adapt. You got to learn how to get through it. You got to learn how to push yourself. You got to learn how to have that proper mindset, that proper attitude, that proper determination. And it's not for everybody. This life is not for everybody. But for those that have to live it, I stick it out to you. I give it up to you. I applaud you. And for those who can't make it, hopefully this podcast will show you some love and show you some favor that you can do it. You can push through it. I'm a proving factor of that. I will continue to push through it. I will continue to dominate. I will continue to kick ass. I will continue to take names, and I will continue to do what I do. Thank you all for listening to the Inner Champions podcast on this bonus episode. We will see you in a few weeks for a regular scheduled episode. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Appreciate you. Bye-bye. The Inner Champions podcast is sponsored by the Real Talk with Jordyn podcast. Please check out all her social media platforms. They will be listed in the description. Please give her a follow. Please go show her some dedication and some support. I hope you all enjoyed today's bonus episode on Service Dog Awareness Month. Thank you for listening. Thank you for giving the Real Talk with Jordyn and Jordyn herself some dedication. Please make sure to go check out her social media platforms. Thank you very much. And we will catch you very, very soon for another episode of Inner Champions Podcast.